In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all about the science of changing your brain. I know, sounds crazy. This concept is called neuroplasticity. It's a mouthful. It will prove to you with science that you can rewire and change your thought patterns. How cool is that? Check out this video to learn how to apply neuroplasticity to your life and to your business, and how to impress your friends with a new big vocabulary word. Welcome back to my channel, and of course, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Rachel, and this channel is all about helping busy entrepreneurs like you and me to create a life and a business that gives you purpose and meaning. And it all starts with that gorgeous mind of yours. I love the concept of neuroplasticity, and I first learned about it when I was studying positive psychology. In the year 2000, there was actually a Nobel Prize awarded in the field of science because neuroscientists were finally able to scan brain images, to dissect brains, and to really understand how a brain can rewire itself. Up until a certain point in our recent history, it was believed beyond a shadow of a doubt that your brain was concrete by the time you were 6 or 7 or 8 years old. So people used to think that their personality and their motivation level and their ability to accomplish something was the way that they were when they were that age. That doesn't sound great. So what they discovered is that when a patient, for example, has a stroke, that with hard work and with rehabilitation practices, that brain finds a way to move around the damage that the stroke caused to rehabilitate itself. It's incredible. There are tons of books out there all about neuroplasticity. There's a book called The Woman with Half a Brain. There's a book called The Brain That Changes Itself. I highly recommend you dig into one of these books, because when we understand and prove to ourselves the science behind something, then our mind grabs hold of it and then we believe it. When your parents told you, those were my notes. It's okay. When your parents told you that Santa Claus was real, you believed it because they proved it to you by showing up with presents on Christmas morning. And so by reading this information and digging into the science behind it, you're going to prove to your own self that the brain can be changed and rewired. What does this mean for you in your life and your business? You can change your negative thought patterns. Those thoughts, those awful, creepy thoughts that come into your mind all the time, like, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy of love, I'm not smart enough to start my own business, I suck at being an entrepreneur, I'm not good looking enough to give this presentation at this meeting. All that stuff that happens, yeah, it's present, but when you forge new pathways, when you start coming up with positive affirmations and you feed your brain with all that good stuff, you forge new neural pathways, meaning that those synapses, those things that are connecting the dots and creating your thoughts in your life, are headed in a more positive direction. And all those negative thoughts, the things that people told you when you were younger, or the things that your inner bully is constantly feeding to you, those riverbeds, those neural pathways, they start to dry up, because the synapses don't get exercised, because you're not sending thoughts that direction. It's science. You can change your brain. It's incredible, and it's called neuroplasticity. So if you want to impress some friends at the next party you're at, just throw out, casual neuroplasticity. I promise you'll be a hit. As always, thank you for checking out my channel. Head on over to my blog for more in-depth information about neuroplasticity, especially if you're a geek like me. Subscribe, like the video below, and can you think of one person who would love to learn about neuroplasticity? I would be so grateful if you would share that video with them.